Very soon, Elon Musk will be cross-examined by Twitter in Delaware while under oath. And there are fascinating questions that he will be answering that the whole world is waiting for. Moreover, Elon Musk reacted to this situation and critiqued the way Twitter operates its business. So, it's not the best period for the company. With that, according to a notification of a deposition issued, attorneys for Twitter and Elon Musk will also interview former CEO and co-founder Jack Dorsey as part of the legal battle. And these answers from Jack Dorsey are expected to be one of the most interesting and shocking, because Jack is the one who has unique inside information about Twitter, and he will answer every important question that Elon is interested in. Furthermore, Twitter is looking for evidence of a possible connection between Elon Musk and former executive turned whistleblower Peter Zatko, and the company is doing everything it can to find this connection. This is a very complicated situation, so let's explain it. A bitter legal dispute between the two parties has drawn in some of the greatest names from Wall Street and Silicon Valley. Robert Swan, the former CEO of Intel Corp, billionaire Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle Corp, and Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, currently the CEO of Block, have all received subpoenas. The first day of a 5-day trial is set to start on October the 17th in Wilmington, Delaware. Each party has charged the other with violating the takeover agreement from April. Twitter is requesting that a judge compel Musk, the head of Tesla and the wealthiest man in the world, to pay the agreed-upon share price of $52.20 for the firm. Dorsey was previously subpoenaed by Musk's team for various information, including all documents and communications about the proposed merger, including those indicating, alluding to, or relating to the effect or consequences of false or spam accounts on Twitter's business and operations. As a result, Dorsey walked away as CEO of Twitter last November and stayed on the board until late May. Twitter swiftly filed a suit against Musk to enforce the terms of the agreement after Musk attempted to cancel the pact in July because the firm had exaggerated the amount of spam and fraudulent accounts using its platform. Dorsey had supported the idea of a Musk purchase of Twitter before Musk decided to terminate the agreement. Elon is the only answer he trusts, Dorsey tweeted shortly after the transaction was revealed. He has faith that his goal will spread consciousness. Based on information received by a whistleblower, Elon Musk has made revised counterclaims against the Twitter public. The deposition occurs as Musk's team strengthens their case against Twitter. Earlier this month, a court decided that Musk might expand on his allegations in light of the whistleblower disclosure made by Peter Zatko, the former head of security at Twitter. Zatko says that the firm has significant security flaws that endanger its customers, investors, and US national security. Musk's team publicly filed its updated counterclaims last week, alleging that Zatko's disclosure and the circumstances surrounding it have shown that the MDAU, Twitter's monetizable daily active users, misrepresentations were only one element of a larger conspiracy against several Twitter executives to mislead the public, its investors, as well as the authorities about the dysfunction at the core of the company. Twitter contends that Musk's charges are entirely incorrect, legally inadequate, and economically irrelevant, and that Zatko's accusations create a false narrative about the firm. Recent court documents in the Elon Musk versus Twitter lawsuit reveal that Tesla has a new head of its legal department. The new leader is appointed as Twitter is ready to depose the CEO of Tesla. Donna Eskin is the new Tesla legal head. She joins the organization as the senior director of legal. Eskin claimed in an affidavit that she had managerial responsibility for Twitter's legal division, the exclusive right to oversee the division, and has maintained those positions up to the present. There isn't a formal general counsel at Tesla. Eskin, however, serves in the same capacity as a general counsel and carries out duties that are comparable to that position. Even though there isn't a Tesla personnel with the actual designation of general counsel, her job as the senior legal director is practically equivalent to the role commonly known as such. According to Eskin, any time the title general counsel comes up in any internal Tesla paperwork, it is now used to refer to the senior director of legal. Elon Musk talked with Twitter staff members personally 2 months after announcing his intention to buy the company for $44 billion. Unfortunately, nothing he said appeared to reassure staff, and the firm has now lost a slew of personnel. Musk spoke to Twitter staff in the virtual conference in June regarding everything from aliens to the necessity of layoffs for the company's survival. Employees had already voiced their unhappiness and displeasure with the April deal. according to two sources with an understanding of the company's business and turnover rate. In the 3 weeks that followed, around 100 employees left Twitter. This upward trend in resignations has only persisted as Musk and Twitter have been embroiled in a protracted court battle since Musk decided he no longer wished to buy Twitter. According to the individuals, who asked to remain anonymous because they were discussing business concerns, the company had lost a total of more than 700 full-time employees as of late September. One of the employees said that several personnel left due to Musk and the instability around the acquisition. According to a Twitter spokesperson, the firm anticipated high attrition rates even before the Musk transaction was announced, and macroeconomic variables have had an impact on recruiting and retention. In a declaration from February, Twitter stated that the company had a headcount of around 7,500 individuals. According to the sources acquainted with the situation, the firm continued to employ during the first half of the year, growing to roughly 8,200 personnel in June. Currently, it has lost nearly the same number of workers as it had hired this year, resulting in a 9% net decrease in its employment. Some teams have lost up to a third of their staff. The rate of desertions has been so significant that Twitter mentioned it in court as one of the negative consequences of Musk's bid to withdraw from the agreement. People with knowledge of the situation claimed that it had expanded even more dramatically since early August, when many employees restricted stock units fully matured and allowed them to sell their shares. On a net basis, around 300 employees departed the firm between the end of July and the second week of August, and an additional 200 have done so since. Twitter enforced a significant recruiting slowdown in May and fired hundreds of employees in July. However, according to LinkedIn, it has hired roughly 280 staff members since June. Leadership did not anticipate so many employees to leave, according to one of the individuals aware, even though the firm expected some people to continue departing willingly this year, and even modified how it classified the reasons why people left the company to reflect Musk's influence. An employee said that, even though a recruiting slowdown is still officially in effect, there is an internal discussion of a fresh focus on filling open positions. Numerous vacant posts, ranging from marketing strategists and engineering supervisors to privacy specialists, have been listed by Twitter on LinkedIn during the past week. Even with Zatko's backing, according to experts, Musk will find it difficult to back out of the agreement. Professor of Law Brian Quinn at Boston College claims that before the agreement was formed, the corporation provided extensive disclosures concerning the possibility of real or suspected security breaches, as well as bugs or weaknesses in its software. Delaware courts are particularly hesitant to support assertions of a major detrimental effect, according to Howard Fisher, a partner at the US law firm Moses Singer. Zatko's complaint, even though it doesn't count them in its MDAU total, contends that Twitter officials aren't motivated to find and remove bot accounts, and that the company doesn't do enough to deal with those that linger on the network. This differs slightly from Musk's claims that Twitter purposefully undercounts the number of bots in its MDAU figures as a major justification for pulling out of the agreement. The need to prove fraud or a material adverse effect is exceedingly difficult to demonstrate, according to Annette Beck, a law professor at Case Western Reserve University in Ohio. Unless they discover something new, analysts do not believe the issue has nearly reached that point. Any mistakes identified by Zatko, according to John Coffey, a law expert at Columbia University in New York, may be fixed by the new owner. Coffey also notes that Delaware, the state where Twitter is established, is more likely to favor agreements like Musk's. Zatko's evidence demonstrates a minor rise in the likelihood of a settlement between the parties, according to Carl Tobias, Williams Chair of Law at the University of Richmond. A settlement between the parties has a possibility. That's it for today. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell.